Papoose is the wealthiest man that I've been with. And that's like no faking. I haven't paid for a flight, a hotel, a fucking purse, nothing, and I don't know how long. Food. He take care.
The internet just got hit with a story so explosive, so unbelievable, that people are literally questioning everything they thought they knew about loyalty, friendship, and power in the celebrity world. Because what's being whispered behind closed doors right now is that Remy Ma and Papoose may have been running a secret $900,000 scheme, and the person allegedly caught in the middle of it all? None other than undefeated boxing icon Claressa Shields. But this isn't just a rumor. This didn't just appear out of nowhere. This started with a leak, a single message that was never meant to be seen. A message that insiders are calling the beginning of the end. According to sources, Claressa allegedly...
Oh, I'm never gonna stop talking about my man. I just brought him his food in the back because he was upstairs. Ain't that y'all joke? Oh, he's upstairs. Just brought him his food. And y'all talking shit, but guess what? Ain't nobody gonna ever make me stop talking about my man. That's what y'all think y'all gonna do. You're not gonna do it. Whenever I feel like saying Papoose's name, I'm gonna say...
Allegedly discovered something buried deep in a financial trail. Something that didn't add up. And when she started asking questions, that's when everything changed. Because suddenly, calls stopped getting answered. Texts were left on read. And the same people she once called family allegedly went silent. Then came the moment that set social media on fire. A supposed voice note surfaced. Low quality, partially distorted, but...
Loser. And you over there playing with that girl. You over there playing with her. If I thought she would believe it and would listen or even care, because anytime somebody gonna say like, yeah, they told me what this is.
Fans swear the voices sound just like Remy and Papoose. In the clip, a man is heard saying, "It's handled. She won't see it coming." And another voice replies, "Just make sure everything's clean." That's it. Just a few seconds. But those few seconds were enough to send the internet into complete chaos. Now, people are asking the question nobody wants to say out loud. Was this planned from the start? Was Claressa set up by people she trusted the most? Or is someone manipulating the narrative to make it look like a betrayal? Because here's the twist that makes this even more chilling. Insiders claim Claressa didn't just confront them, she warned them. And what happened after that warning might be the piece of the puzzle that blows this entire story wide open. What happened after that warning is where this story takes a turn that nobody saw coming. Because according to multiple so-called insiders, the situation didn't calm down. It escalated into something that felt like a full-blown silent war behind the scenes. And at the center of it all was Claressa Shields, who allegedly began digging deeper after that first suspicious discovery. And what she reportedly uncovered sent shockwaves through her entire circle, sources claim. Claressa started cross-checking transactions, timestamps, and old conversations. Not just casually, but obsessively. We're talking late nights, back-to-back calls with financial advisors, even reaching out to mutual friends who had been around during key moments. And that's when a second layer of this mystery began to unfold. Because according to a leaked insider document that started circulating in private group chats, there were allegedly multiple payments, not one, not two, but a series of transfers that lined up almost
Papoose.
His transition to the executive suite as a creative director of the record company helped broker the deal that secures Shields' spot as one of the highest paid female boxers in the business.
As a fan, watching Claressa from the outside, I never seen someone
almost perfectly with times she had either collaborated with or publicly supported Remy Ma and Papoose. At first, fans thought it was coincidence. But then a bombshell dropped. A supposed screenshot of a private group chat allegedly between close associates surfaced online. In the messages, one person wrote, "Everything went through the way we planned." Another replied, "She still doesn't know the full amount." And a third message, "Keep it that way." The names were hidden, but the timing, the context, it was enough to send fans into complete meltdown mode. People began connecting dots, building timelines, and suddenly this didn't feel like random gossip anymore. It felt orchestrated. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get more intense, a new voice recording hit the blogs longer this time, clearer, and way more damaging. In the clip, a voice that fans are convinced belongs to Papoose allegedly says, "Once everything settles, we'll split it properly." Another voice responds, "Just don't let her catch on yet." That line alone triggered a storm across social media. Twitter Spaces lit up. YouTube Live started popping up within minutes. Everyone had the same question. If this is real, what exactly was being split? Meanwhile, Claressa reportedly wasn't staying quiet anymore. Insiders claim she began confronting people one by one.
And we saw that he currently owes and has not paid taxes for the past, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, not 10, not 11, not 12, but 13 years. This man, what does that say, Jasmine? 3, what say?
I want to say it says
That's the 180,000 top name of who? Taxpayer. William Mack, but he ain't paying no taxes, so he shouldn't be called a taxpayer. He should be called a tax ower. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah. And so these are just papooses. Now, the reason I think that this is a Tinder swindler, the reason I think that there's some tricking going on here is because when Papoose and Remy were together doing an endorsement in a fur coat show store the other day, she seemed very happy to be there. When I found her tax record, what is it? Yeah, let me see. How much is those tax liens? Remy currently has $622,474.76. Guess who's gonna pay it? Guess who's gonna pay it? The one, according to her own cousin, okay, that got a disability check when she was a kid for being
one by one, not publicly but directly, phone calls, voice notes, even showing up unannounced in places where she believed answers were being hidden. One source claims she told a close associate, "I'm not crazy, I've seen enough." And that energy, it started making people nervous, because when someone goes from confused to certain, that's when things get dangerous. But here's where the tension exploded into something nobody could ignore. A private studio session, one that wasn't supposed to be public knowledge, suddenly became ground zero for what insiders are calling the breaking point. According to multiple eyewitness accounts, Claressa walked in unannounced while Remy Ma and Papoose were inside. At first it was calm. Too calm. But within minutes, voices started rising. "You think I wouldn't find out?" Claressa allegedly said, her voice shaking but firm. Remy reportedly fired back, "You're being fed lies." While Papoose tried to step in.
I feel like Claressa has been taken advantage of her whole life, okay? And I want to say this, because she's been boxing since forever. I don't know her childhood, but I do know that her best friend who grew up with her came out and made some rather disturbing videos about Claressa being taken advantage of, when she was younger as a young boxer by her coaches and getting pregnant and things like this. And so when I see people like Papoose enter the chat, or enter the Cash App requesting money from people like Claressa, after Remy has already warned us that, he preyed on her when she was in jail. He wasn't making no money. It was Remy's money. And she said she put everything in his name only to come out and then have to work. And then he's getting the benefit of the solid black man, of the black man that's holding everything down. And so when I look at this same thing possibly being done to Claressa, and she's slow by default, and I'm talking about slow as in, she probably got some early stage, some issues going on, being knocked around, it does have an effect on your brain and on your cognitive thinking and stuff, and you're not able to see straight. And if she was already taken advantage of by her coaches, surely it's easier for a
to step in saying, "Let's talk about this the right way." But according to one insider, there was no right way anymore. Not after everything that had already surfaced. Then came the moment that people can't stop talking about. A short clip, just 11 seconds long, leaked online hours after that confrontation. The video shows a tense room, blurred faces, raised voices, and one clear line that cuts through everything. "Where is my money?" Fans instantly believed it was Claressa. The clip ends abruptly, but not before what sounds like
personally think they're still sleeping together. That's just my thing. I'm just going.
Sounds like something crashing in the background. That was it. That was the spark that turned suspicion into full-blown chaos. Within minutes, hashtags started trending. Fans took sides. Some defended Remy and Papoose, saying there's no way they'd risk everything over something like this. Others were convinced this was just the tip of the iceberg. Old interviews resurfaced. Past moments were every smile, every compliment, every public appearance suddenly felt Different dot, and then just when things were already spiraling, a new leak dropped that may have changed everything. A document. Not a screenshot. Not a blurry image. A full detailed breakdown of alleged financial movements. With coded labels, dates, and amounts that when added up came dangerously close to that $900,000 number everyone's been whispering about. But the most chilling part wasn't the numbers, it was a single note at the bottom of the page. Final phase. Complete. Nobody knows who wrote it. Nobody knows when it was added. But if that note is real, then this wasn't random. This wasn't messy. This was planned, and now the question isn't just what happened, it's how deep this really goes, and who else might be involved. You've just seen the surface of a scandal so explosive it's rewriting the rules of celebrity trust, loyalty, and betrayal. And here's the truth. If you think this story is over, think again. Every leaked message, every secret recording, every viral clip is just the beginning. The next twist could hit at any second. And if you're not paying attention, you'll miss the moment that could change everything. So here's what you need to do right now. Hit that like button to show you're tuned in. Comment with your take. Were Remy Ma and Papoose masterminds or victims of circumstance? And most importantly, subscribe and turn on notifications. Because the second the next leak drops, you want to be first in line. This isn't just celebrity drama. This is the kind of story that shakes the internet, divides fan bases, and exposes secrets that were never meant to see the light of day. Every clip, every insider tip, every jaw-dropping revelation is coming faster than ever. And the truth? It's about to get even darker. Don't scroll past this like it's just another headline. Engage now, because when the next bombshell hits, there's no going back. Be part of the conversation. Be the first to see the leaks. Be the one who knows everything before the rest of the world catches up. The moment is now, and if you blink, you'll miss history in the making. Trust me, you don't want to be left out of this. The scandal is alive. The chaos is real, and your next click could reveal the secrets that everyone else is desperate to hide. Like, comment, subscribe before it all disappears.